All right. Welcome to Blazy B. I'm Brittany or B or whatever the fuck you want to call me. But Blazy B it is. And I thought let's start a podcast. Let's talk about some shit. Let's just ramble. Let's just giggle. Cause why the fuck not, right? We're living life. So yeah, I'm Brittany, Blazy B, and I am currently obsessed with what? Ecstatic dance. I went to one class in Seattle. Sold. It was like church on a Sunday. It was during church on a Sunday time frame, and it like let something out of me. Oh, it was so great. Yeah. So I try and do that in my living room a lot. I just love to dance, and it feels so good. Obsessed with castor oil right now. I'm really deep into castor oil. I put it in my belly button every night. Navel oiling is what it's called. I even put it like in my eyes, and I swear to God, it's made my vision better. I used to like squint when I drove. Just the sun, my blue eyes, they let in so much light, and so it was. Oh, I mean, like really bad. Even with sunglasses on, my eyes would touch water. I would just like couldn't see. I'm like driving, like fuck this. So castor oil, I like put it around my eyes. I even put like drops in my eyes sometimes, which I don't think is bad. I think I googsed it and I was good. Obviously, I can still see. I swear to God, it gets better. So castor oil, and I've been putting it on my ribs. I fucked myself up at Bungee Fitness this last week. I went too hard. I hadn't done it in a while. And when I'm like in a workout, I'm committed to a workout. So I went hard in the burpee. I'm a thick girl, right? And I just really trust the bungee. So I'm like flying and like, boom, and then doing these burpees like squat, flat, squat, up. And I'm just like flying like Spy Kids, right? And well, I fucked up my ribs. I didn't like loosen it enough to expand my rib cage. So castor oil. I've been putting castor. I've been wrapping myself in castor oil. I think it's been working. So castor oil. It's yeah. Whoa. Music wise, Dirt Wire, obsessed. High lung, into the like ritualistic. And I just love festies. I want new music. I don't listen to a lot of music on a daily basis, but like when it's time, I want my body to move. So whatever music gets me a move. Obviously, ecstatic dance. It's just like it's such a release, physically, mentally, emotionally. Oh, it's amazing. And Dirt Wire just gets me there. It just gets me there. Oh, and Highland's just like powerful, very like you got to be in the mood. Seeing them live change. Woo, baby! They do an entire ritual as their concert, and no, it's deep. It's a lot, but it's so good. And you just come up and you transform and you watch this woman like die and transform and go away from the darkness and into the light, and then you're just like, what? It was incredible. So music wise, that's where I'm at. What other new? Oh, just yeah, embroidery. I'm still into embroidery. I um, I've been really kind of lazy on it, but I'm starting back up because there's a wedding coming, and I always do an embroidery or some sort of craft for a wedding gift. This was one I made once. This was a mountain. So like you could see lots of stitching, lots of time. I like the backs the best just because you see work, work being done or work already done, you know. But lots of, undone shit around here. I'm in my crafting room and I like a little crafty corner. A little crafty corner. Um, yeah, Kim Moss. I love Canadian TV. I love Letterkenny. Let's just okay. It kind of I think started with Letterkenny. I wasn't really into Trailer Park Boys in the beginning. Now I'm into it. And then Kim's Convenience Canadian, Working Moms Canadian. But Letterkenny is like So good. It's so good. It just gets me every time. I've rewatched it and rewatched it and rewatched it. I am obsessed. And then Shorzy came out. Holy fuck. That just it sent me. Um ugh, it's so good. So Canadian TV. And I feel like when I bond with people over Canadian TV, it's so funny because it's very specific type of humor and not a lot of people. Like I've showed Letterkenny to other people and they're like, this is kind of weird. This is a bit, dry and it's very fast and you just got to keep up and you got to be in it to win it. To be fair, it's so good. But okay, so get this. Um, last year, literally around this time, this is February, last year, February, beginning of February, went down to Cabo with some bitches for a bachelorette party. It was incredible. It started off rocky because there was an ice fucking thing down in Dallas. Like it was crazy. And my flight got rerouted. And then it was like, no, I was going to go Thursday to Sunday. And then they were like, we booked you on a different flight leaving Saturday. I'm like, so I'm supposed to go to Cabo on Saturday, come back on Sunday. Absolutely not. So I kept calling. Ended up, I flew out Friday. So they're all there kind of by the time this one girl was not there yet. But the main kind of core girls were all there waiting, doing their thing. And I'm just like, oh man, like I'm not going to get there. I'm not going to get there. So I finally fucking got there, right? And they are hammered. And I get there. It's in Mexico. I'm like, no Wi-Fi, but clutch. I know Spanish. So I'm like, talking to people, but like I don't know our sign in. I don't know like what's happening. And they were like, come find us when you get here. So okay, great. But I've got no Wi-Fi to connect to like talk to these girls on Instagram. So I end up talking to this guy that's like mowing the lawn and I'm like, yo, and he was like, oh, I can hotspot you and you just log into my Wi-Fi and get in touch. And I was like, sweet, dope. Awesome, thanks. And so I did that, met up with the girls. Okay, great. And they all come running. And I'm like, not dressed for the occasion. They're in swimsuits. They're here, but everyone is like pumped. And we are in an all-inclusive resort. I've never been to an all-inclusive resort. And so I did not realize, I mean, like how all-inclusive this shit is. Amazing. I mean, there's like liquor bottles upside down. Like you could be a hamster. Like, what liquor do I want? And and so it was like, Brenda's here. Let's go to the room. Let's show her. Let's get her swimsuit on. Like, let's take a shot. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And so like they're already in it to win it. And I love these girls. They are so much fucking fun. And so they're like, there's a pool party right now. I'm like, okay, sick. Take this shot. Okay. And like, do this. So I'm like in this swimsuit. And they're like, hey, okay, we were talking to these Canadian guys. We met them. They're like big group of dudes. They're like super fun and like we've been dancing around. So I'm like, sick, awesome. And so, I mean, okay, let me preface this. My friends, I mean, I surround myself with beautiful company. I'm a very heterosexual female, but I have like so hot friends. My friends are beautiful human beings. Inside and out too. Ugh, they're just great. But anyway, so I am showing up to a pack of sexy women in bikinis on a bachelorette party. So everyone is just like hot and ready to have fun and like great. So I change and I'm like, one piece in it, dog. And and I show up and they're like, this is Brittany. She just got here. And these guys are like fucking hot, these hot Canadians. And I'm like, hey, dope. Nice to meet you. And they're like, okay, and they're back to the girls. They want to talk to the girls. Avi, like, totes. I'm this for everyone. Like, talk about the duff. Like, duff is not a bad thing, in my opinion. Like, stay in your lane, I guess. No. I'm not a duff. But I am a great wing woman. And I am accompanied by many beautiful humans, men and women, I will say. But anyways, so back to the story. I'm talking to these dudes, but they don't want to talk to me. They don't give a shit. They are looking away, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to drink and I'm going to get some food and I'm going to go dance. So, once I start dancing, my body moves in all sorts of ways. And I don't know how it does it. And it just does it. And I move and I groove and I love it. And I twerk and my ass is fucking voluptuous. And I give it all I got. When I'm dancing, I'm telling you, ecstatic dance is for me. All this type of dance is for me. I just am obsessed with it. But I love to move my body and it moves for me. It really does. It moves in all sorts of ways. So then I got a little tension, right? This ass is moving, shaking, it's like causing slight earthquakes, definitely tsunami if I get in the pool, right? It's just like, whoa, I'm going for it. But still, they're on the hot friends, totally fine, totally chill. I know my place. And so, anyways, we start like, okay, let's kind of like get changed, maybe like get some dinner, maybe do some things, like maybe relax out of this like wetsuit, setting. So we end up seeing the guys again. And they're, you don't have to pay for drinks. You just go to the bar and you get a drink. It doesn't even matter. So it's like, hey, can I buy you a drink? Sure. You want to buy? I'll buy you a drink. It's fucking free. And so we get to talking, and they were like Canadian, right? And so I just deep dive into like Shoresy, Letterkenny, just little bits, and they'd say something, and I'd be like, surprised we're not having a beer right now. And they start looking, and they're like, this girl's funny. And then I'm like, yeah, I do. I play a good part in the friend group. Let me tell you, I am fucking humor at any time you need it. And so I start talking to these guys, and they are yip yapping, and just all Canadian TV. And I am falling in love with the boys, just laughing my ass off. It was so fucking funny. So, anyways, great. We go off, we do our thing. We're a girls' trip. We don't need these boys. Fuck you guys. So, anyways, later on, we see them out one night, and I am I'm getting drunk. And I'm not a good drinker at the time, but I was getting better at drinking. And so I'm lit. I'm getting lit. And I'm wearing a cute polka dot like halter dress on the dance floor, and the Canadians are coming out. And then I start dancing, right? And so then now it's like, oh yeah, we're all in this together. I got hot girls, hot guys, and me, and we are just vibing, like it's good. And what you'll find out is I sweat so much. I mean, like drenched in sweat at any time. Any exertion of energy, a big girl sweats. But I swear I'm just very healthy because my like comeback time on all this, like workouts and stuff, great. I just like heat and shed heat. So I am dripping sweat. In high school, I used to tell people like at homecoming, I would leave and I'm just drenched. And they'd be like, ugh. And I'm like, oh no, like someone poured a bottle of water like in the air, I just gotta go on. So that's always been my excuse. But in Mexico, you just see it happen. It's like hot too in there. And so we're just dancing. And I'm like, oh, I am like, I'm hammered, and I want my hand fan. Like it's fucking hot, and I brought a hand fan. I thought ahead. So I'm like, sweet. I take my margarita with me, and I start walking to our room. And, it's like a all open air thing, right? So I leave the club with my mark, and I'm like walking. I'm like dripping sweat. And there's like a little breeze in the air. And I see the moon. And it's got a moon dog around it. Like a sun dog, the rainbow that goes around the sun. It was a moon dog, so a rainbow that goes around the moon. And I was taken aback. Like always the moon, but a moon dog. I was like amazed. So, of course, I put my drink in my mouth because I need to get my phone to take a picture, and I've got something else in my hand. So I'm like, oh, this is so great. I get to take a picture of this. Awesome. So I go to take a picture. Of course, my margarita's in my mouth. I spill it all down myself. And I'm like, okay. Okay. put it down, take another picture of the moon because I got to get the right photo. And I start making my way back to the room. And I mean, this place is massive. This is an all-inclusive resort for all ages, I think. I don't think it was an adults only, but it kind of felt like it was a party vibe one, so maybe it was. But so I'm walking back and I feel like I'm like on a fucking mile marathon. Mile marathon. That's my type of marathon. And I'm just like walking. And I'm like, oh fuck, I gotta pee. I'm like dripping, just soaking from this margarita and my sweat. And it's like warm, but I'm like, I need my fan. So I'm overheating, starting to kind of like panic. And then I have to pee. And when I have to pee, I have to pee. And so I start walking like tight, that Kegel. And I start walking. And then I'm like, oh my God. And so then I like, grab the badge and I'm like walking, just breathing. I got this. I'm almost back to, I got this. And once like I see the room, it just starts coming down my legs and I'm like, fuck. Hold it. And I make it into the room, like barely. And I just step straight into the shower. And as I'm doing it, I'm just like peeing all over myself. And I'm like, fuck. I had retake an entire shower and I lost this outfit, but I'd like, drench the top, drench the bottom. Fuck it, where am I going to go? And so I redo everything. I like wash my hair, I do everything. I'm like, woo, and up, I'm back in the room. So make myself another drink. I've got all the gerbil things and get myself back to the party. Hand fan, new outfit, redo. Oh, Cabo was absolutely lit. But the funny part is a friend went and actually met up with them up in Canada and saw the dudes. And they're like, Brittany is so funny. So I guess that's, every girl can be sexy. But to be the funny one, that's where it's at. No, I wish, I had the both. Sometimes if I put makeup on for you guys one day, you might see. But probably not. Oh, no, I have beautiful friends. And I also think I'm beautiful as well. I can be very vain. But I think the humor is the one I find more attractive in myself. You know what I'm saying? We all have what we like the best about our minds and our bodies. But Cabo! Oh, I'm fucking Canadian. So I feel like anywhere I go and I meet a Canadian, I can just like oh, Schitt's Creek is Canadian. I'm like trying to think what else is Canadian too. But it's like boom, instant bondage. But I also have a quality that people legit just want to tell me everything. Like once I talk to them, I introduce, I feel like they're like, huh, like there's a calming that goes over them. Like Brittany's not a threat. Like immediately, Brittany is not a threat. And boom, they're like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And then they start going deeper into something. And then it's like, I don't know why I'm telling you this. I'm like, oh yeah, it's cool. It happens all the time, actually, from everybody I meet. So keep talking if you want. If you don't, that's cool. I'm here to listen. Just as long as I don't go like too deep. I'm like, I am not a therapist, nor do I want to be. So please, awesome. Thank you. Great to meet you. Oh my God. But yeah, anyways, welcome to Blazy B. This is new for me and I wanted to do something that's me. And I am a pretty raw dogging person of life. I would say I'm quite authentic, whether you like it or not. And it just is who I am. I'm just quite real. Yeah, I own up to the shit that I do. So yeah, come back next time and I'll tell more funny stories about whatever happens in my life. I have a great life, I will say. I enjoy all of my friends and the company I keep, and my family is amazing and litty titty. So I hope, yeah, they never find this podcast. It's just exposing. But I fuck with it. So I'm gonna keep going. But yeah, deuces.